Okay, so this is going to be my second video on the Parblo Coast10. I just kind of want to talk about some stuff that I feel people who are considering buying it will feel to be of importance, bit of relevance. So here is the tablet itself. It's all set up. Right now it is monitoring my second display, but you can have it set up to be a third display, or I don't know if you have a fourth or a fifth in your fancy. That is all optional. Pretty much the tablet itself is incredibly light. It's very thin. You get two sets of risers, so you have three different heights of flat, kind of a steeper or a less steep angle. And the USB is just goes into there and has a little lock-in, so you don't have to worry about it pulling out. As far as the software goes, I'm currently using what was on the CD out of the box, so like that's the good thing. What's in the box works perfectly. However, there is on their website in their support section what seems to be a more up-to-date driver for the tablet itself, but I'm using Windows 10, and as of the time I've tried to make this video, it wasn't working with Windows 10. So as I said, the one in the CD in the box works perfectly fine, but if we take a look at it, so it has a few kind of like tabs that have different things. Pin settings, so just kind of your sensitivity, so it gives you a little spot where you can test it, so you can go like, oh, light to heavy. You can adjust the curve, which you can see up there. There are these other ones. Frankly, I do not see what tilt sensitivity does. I've used it in a number of programs, and it doesn't seem to do anything, which might be the issue with the driver that's in the CD and maybe not the newer one. There's a chance that, as I'll kind of point out, there seem to be a couple extraneous, kind of a more generic driver that this does work with, but there might be one more tailored to specifically just this product if you have an older version of Windows or something more compatible. Sort of like this. The one button here on the pin is this top one. So it is currently right click, but as you can see, there is a second button as if the pin did have two. So it seems, like I said, that this probably works with another tablet that has a 2-button pin. So that currently does nothing. The one other issue I found is, even though you can change this to be whatever you'd like, the few times I tried to change it to something so like Control Z for undo, whenever I reopen the program or if I restarted my computer, it will just reset itself to the right click. I think maybe one time it stayed, so that's one of the, I'll say, the very few negatives I have to say about it. And coincidentally, the one other one is that, so the actual click itself, if you kind of hear, if you push it real quick, it doesn't do anything. So you kind of have to do this like click and hold, and then it'll work. And then it always works. It's just that if you want something a little bit snappier, I mean, I know if you're drawing a lot, like I said, I would use mine for Control Z, and it just wasn't as snappy as I liked, and it's just a minor nuisance. It still works perfectly fine. Mapping, so all this works again. As you can see kind of here, it kind of hints that this is a generic program. Key settings, again, this tablet has no hotkeys on it, yet there's a way to change hotkeys. And then save. So we'll just get out of this. So real fast, the other half of the software besides the driver for the tablet itself is the display link, and this actually did work off of their website, but as you'll see, all it does is it just brings up your Windows Display Manager. So yeah, again, it's nothing real big. It's not a terrible thing. It's just kind of whatever, I guess. So real fast, just to kind of show it off, this is Toon Boom. This is what I use to do stuff in, and just real fast, just kind of showing off. So as you can see, we can go light to hard. Let me make this a little bit bigger to kind of show that off better. So yeah, so the pen itself, the tablet itself works quite well, I must say. It is really good. I think every now and then there might be a little bit of a stutter. I think, see, like that. Again, while it's a minor nuisance, it's kind of resolved by just not going so quickly. I mean, I know for a lot of people, like, you'd want to draw real fast like this and kind of get some very gestural drawings in. It's not really doable with this. It is, while it does function, it does kind of rely on you to move it at speed. So for a lot of people that will be a negative. For me, given the price of it, I was kind of okay with it. But kind of getting on to that next point, I must say I will be returning it though. But my reason for that is that other tablet monitors I've been looking at, like Huion or the UG, they're 19-inch ones respectively. They're both about the same size. Those are only about $100, given if you catch a sale, even as low as $80, $75 more. And those, for me, the size of the screen is a little bit more important. So I'm actually returning this to get one of those. I feel it's a little bit worth more the investment. But if what you need is something this small, this thing is incredibly light. I mean, I took it with me on a trip for the holiday weekend, and I was able to use it the whole time, and it worked really great with like my laptop. I mean, I have a 14-inch laptop, so it kind of just sits right on top of it. So it's kind of like a big, like fat tablet per se, but it worked really well. Again, if the size, the price point is something you're looking for, I recommend it. But if you're kind of leaning more towards something bigger and you just think, oh man, if I save up like another $100 or so, I can get that, I would recommend to do that. I don't know, personally, I just kind of see a little bit better value in saving up the extra $100 and getting something larger. That's just personal preference. I guess if you have any questions, feel free to ask them to me. I'll link the unboxing video. I'm sure it was super interesting. But thanks for checking it out. I hope this gave you some information if you're looking to buy this. Bye bye.